You are watching Travel World Online.
Ras Al Khaimah organized a media interaction program in New Delhi. On the occasion, Iyad Arsbay, Executive Director Destination Tourism Development and MICE spoke to Travel World Online. He said,
I'm Iyad Arsbay, I'm the Executive Director at Ras Al Khaimah Tourism Development Authority. I'm glad to be here in India, meeting all our partners, the media partners as well, and to tell them more about the destination and what the destination has to offer. I'll start with destination weddings. Ras Al Khaimah is quite popular for destination weddings out of India due to of course, the services that it has in terms of facilitating all kind of groups arriving to the destination. I gave an example recently that it's from airport to airport, so most of the wedding organizers or families nowadays intend to charter flights for the invitees, for the guests. So our airport is quite supportive when it comes to destination weddings, from discounted fees at the airport, offering a personalized service by the organizers, from meeting them at the door of the plane, facilitating them through immigration, receiving maybe branding at the airport with the groom and bride, and many other things that we can facilitate and offer. Our hotels are also quite popular for Indian weddings because of the massive space that most of our hotels tend to have. Great venues outside the hotels as well, which is quite important. Our destination, or our emirate, is known to be a liberal emirate, so permits, entertainment permits, alcohol permits are normally given in certain venues outside the hotel. Ras Al Khaimah is also quite popular for MICE events, whether it was an incentive group or a conference. When it comes to incentive groups, the destination has a lot to offer, from team building activities or activities at Jebel Jais, the home of the longest zip line in the world, the highest restaurant in the UAE, and so many other activities like the Sky Tour, the J Sledder, Burgers Explorer Camp, and many beautiful venues up there that fits quite well for gala dinners, for cocktail receptions, and other activities up there. Our beautiful convention center, the only standalone convention center that is by the beach in our region. The capacity is 2,700 square meter, open space, no pillars, by the beach, with a beautiful outdoor area for cocktail receptions or even gala dinners. Our properties, we have different kind of properties. The massive properties with 723 rooms, to normal hotels with 500 rooms, 300 rooms, and many more. So the variety is there for MICE groups. Meeting spaces within the properties are quite spacious as well. So the destination can accommodate groups up to 3,000, 4,000 packs at a time, depending on, of course, the requirements of the meeting space and gatherings. Ras Al Khaimah has different products, different offerings for different requirements. So we're known to be a family-friendly destination. All our hotels have special rooms, family rooms, with certain designs, certain setups, aqua parks within the hotels, kids clubs, animators, certain activities for kids. So when it comes to family, we're quite popular to be a family-friendly destination. Honeymooners, beautiful resorts, romantic resorts in the desert, by the beach, and soon on Jebel Jais on the mountain. And even if you're a solo traveler seeking for adventure, whether it was soft or hard adventure, Ras Al Khaimah has it all. 50 kilometers of hiking trails on Jebel Jais, burgers, explorer camp. It can go up to 24 hours of survival in the mountain, survival activities. And if you're someone who's seeking to know more in terms of history and culture of our region, our history goes back to 7,000 years. 4 of our culture and heritage sites are on the UNESCO tentative list of culture and heritage. So Ras Al Khaimah has it all, depending on your interests. Even shopping. I mean, shopping is known to be less costly in Ras Al Khaimah. We have beautiful malls that has most of the international brands, gold souks, spice souks. So it has a bit of everything. When it comes to film production, we've done this a couple of times earlier, and in Ras Al Khaimah, with the mountains, the sceneries up there, the desert, the beaches, beautiful roads, the infrastructure, it makes it possible and easy for the producers. The proximity. I mean, we're only 3 hours away from India. We're very accessible. Whether you fly in directly to Ras Al Khaimah or through Dubai Airport, the policies and the requirements, it's not something complicated. We as a tourism authority intend to support and ease the paperwork as much as possible. All entities in Ras Al Khaimah work closely. To film a movie, you require so many permits from different entities. It's a one-stop shop in Ras Al Khaimah. All entities work together closely to make it less challenging and faster for the producers. We have so many MICE incentive programs. So the one running now is the MICE incentive program. So any group booking 10 rooms and above, achieving 100 room nights and above, gets around $27 per room per stay as an incentive. We do have a program for associations as well and events organizers. So if you book more than 2 groups in the destination within 1 year, you get incentivized by a 5-night stay with an air ticket to Ras Al Khaimah. We have different programs depending also on the industry, whether it was a pharmaceutical or industrial. So each and every segment we look into it differently, and we take into consideration the requirements and expectations within the destination.
Tulip Garden is an iconic place from tourism point of view.
Okay.
And everybody whosoever wants to come to Kashmir, whether from our country or from abroad, they definitely want to come and enjoy the tulips in Tulip Garden. And from tourism point of view, this is another value also, that it has postponed our tourism season by 1 month almost.
That's right.
And the tourism flow has been tremendously increased because of the tulip attraction, which are almost 15 lakh tulips are there, and more than 50 varieties. And more so, the Tulip Garden in Kashmir has its unique place because it is in the backdrop of the Zabron hills, as well as Dal Lake is there, and anybody who comes here, enjoys here, gets a lifetime experience.
Okay, and what's your message? Like, we have a famous logo here. You come to Kashmir, we will show you the world. So about
that is what I will reveal. I will reveal that through your channel. I would like to invite everybody from the country and abroad to come to the Kashmir. Give us a chance to host you. We'll show them the world, whether it is our natural beauty, whether it is our snow, whether it is adventure tourism, whether it is our heritage, whether it is our houseboat, whether it is our shikara, and what not, except coastal line, which we are providing through our hearts.
That's the...
Kashmir is a beautiful place.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you talk about gardens and other places, so it's awesome. So whatever you have heard in news about Kashmir, so it's the same place. It's heaven on earth.
माय नेम इज़ रसिक। मैं बम्बई से आया हूँ और फर्स्ट टाइम आया हूँ मैं मेरी फैमिली के साथ, और मैं कहूँगा कि पूरे कश्मीर के लोगों से मैं तहे दिल से शुक्रगुजार हूँ। आई वुड से एवरीवन, यू नो, ऑल दोज हु आर वाचिंग दिस, कश्मीर एक जगह नहीं है, कश्मीर एक एहसास है, और एहसास के लिए आपको यहाँ आना पड़ेगा। आई फील सॉरी दैट इट टुक मी 45 years, 45 साल में रुका, ड्यू टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स, यू नो, डिफरेंट कॉबवेब्स एंड, यू नो, रीडिंग, लिसनिंग टू न्यूज़, बट ग्राउंड रियलिटी बहुत डिफरेंट है। बिलीव मी, मैं मेरे बच्चे को लेके आया हूँ, 10 साल का है, और वो मेरे पे हंस रहा था कि डैडी आप 45 साल यहाँ आए नहीं। इतनी प्यार, इतनी मोहब्बत, इतना इन लोगों में जब मैं रिसीव कर रहा था। आई हैव कम फ्रॉम एनलाइट कश्मीर, द टूर्स एंड ट्रैवल, मुजम्मिल भाई है मेरे ड्राइवर, इम्तियाज़ भाई, इतना ख्याल मैंने ज़िंदगी में मैंने कहीं देखा नहीं है। तो ये जो, आई शुड नॉट से दैट, बट ये पॉलिटिकल पार्टी 60-70 years, इतना जो ये जो डर है, ये है, वो इधर ग्राउंड रियलिटी कुछ नहीं। एंड इधर ग्राउंड पे कोई आपको पूछता नहीं है कि आप कौन से मजहब के हो, विच कास्ट, क्रीड, रिलीजन यू आर, बिकॉज यू ऑल्सो हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट 80% of the people, the bread and butter of Kashmir is tourism. And why would a common man, आम आदमी के लिए जब लोग यहाँ आएंगे, तो for them and the love, the warmth, इससे तो मैं इसको बयान नहीं कर सकता। इतनी प्यार, इतनी मोहब्बत है कश्मीर के लोगों में। और इधर अलग अलग लोग बहुत स्टेट से आते हैं, सिटी से आते हैं। जो मिस्टेक की है डेफिनेटली मत कीजिए। इट टुक मी 45 years to come here, but don't do that on the ground. My name is Rasik. You can follow me on LinkedIn and on Facebook, and you can check my profile and check my background. Believe me, this is the beautiful place. On the ground, आम आदमी इतना प्यार, इतनी मोहब्बत से आपकी ख्याल रखेंगे। सरप्राइज, I was born and brought up in Bombay, and I see, of course there would be some incidents that happening, few killings here and there, and these are two different ideological differences, but on the ground reality, the common man just welcomes everyone. Media does play a part, but I would request the media to also show that there is इतनी प्यार, इतनी मोहब्बत आपको कहाँ मिलेगी, और इतना ब्यूटीफुल जगह। Tulip Garden has just started, and the beauty of Kashmir, it's not only the snow. You should visit Kashmir in different cities. So political parties and media, you also have to show that there is the beautiful side of Kashmir, और इधर के लोग।
Oh, awesome. Never expected that it'll be like blooming like this.
Okay.
Really liking the colors beautification that has been done by the government people here.
Okay.
Awesome place to be here right now. I think it's going to bloom further next few days.
Okay.
And it's going to have a lot of fun in the near future.
And for how many?
One should not miss be at Tulip Garden at this time of the year. If they get an opportunity, please rush to Srinagar and Tulip Garden specifically.
I've never seen such beautiful flowers, and especially the bright red ones are looking so beautiful, and white are also blossoming like anything. So I'm so happy to come here, and the beauty of the nature is very soothing over here.
And
मध्य प्रदेश जो भारत का दिल है, पोस्ट पैंडेमिक के बाद बहुत चैलेंजेस है टूरिज्म और हॉस्पिटैलिटी के सेक्टर में। नेचर टूरिज्म का भी बहुत बदल गया है, पर मध्य प्रदेश सभी प्रकार से टूरिस्ट का वेलकम करने के लिए तैयार है। मध्य प्रदेश में 100% वैक्सीनेशन सभी स्टेक होल्डर्स का हो चुका है, और मुझे ये बताते हुए खुशी है कि ना सिर्फ होटेलियर्स बल्कि हमारे अलाइड सर्विसेज, चाहे वो गाइड्स हों, हमारे टूर ऑपरेटर्स हों, ड्राइवर्स हों, और इवन जो हमारी अलाइड एक्टिविटीज है जिसमें हम कुकिंग क्लासेस भी चलाते हैं, सभी स्टेक होल्डर्स का में हम सैनिटेशन और हाइजीन का पूरा ध्यान रख रहे हैं। इसके अलावा पोस्ट पैंडेमिक जो ट्रैवल का नेचर है वो बदल गया। आज टूरिस्ट सिर्फ एक डेस्टिनेशन पर नहीं जाना चाहता है, उसे डेस्टिनेशन में जाकर कुछ एक्टिविटी करनी है, ही वांट टू एंगेज हिमसेल्फ और हरसेल्फ। तो मध्य प्रदेश में अब हमने ड्यूरिंग कोविड हमने क्लस्टर बेस्ड अप्रोच पर काम किया है, जिसमें फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आप ग्वालियर आते हैं तो सिर्फ ग्वालियर में आप पैलेसेस घूम के और होटल में रहकर खाकर नहीं जाएं। हमने उसमें इंक्लूड किया है कि आप मुरैना के पदावली, मितावली, पढ़ावली और वहाँ के घड़ियाल सेंचुरी देखें। इसके अलावा ओरछा वहाँ से बहुत पास है। ओरछा में हमारा फर्स्ट रूरल टूरिज्म के लिए फेमस लाडपुरा खास विलेज के आप विजिट करेंगे, जहाँ पे आपको रूरल कल्चर, वहाँ लोकल फूड, लोकल कुजीन, कुकिंग क्लासेस, आर्ट एंड क्राफ्ट, कल्चरल प्रोग्राम, वहाँ की लैंग्वेज सब देखने को मिलेगा। और मुझे लगता है कि आज टूरिस्ट उसी एक्सपीरियंस को ढूंढ रहा है। वो अब क्राउडेड प्लेसेस पे नहीं जाना चाहता है जो ट्रेडिशनली कि हम, और मध्य प्रदेश में सिर्फ अगर हम कुछ स्पिरिचुअल डेस्टिनेशन को किसी कुछ मौकों पर छोड़ दें तो सभी डेस्टिनेशन रिमोट हैं। रिमोट इन द सेंस वहाँ अप्रोच कुछ तो है लेकिन अभी वहाँ क्राउड नहीं है और लोग उस शांति को और उस नेचर, ब्यूटीफुल नेचर मतलब इतना खूबसूरत है कि आप वहाँ शांति से बैठेंगे। इसके जो टूरिस्ट डेस्टिनेशंस हैं वो लेस क्राउडेड हैं, रिमोट हैं, जहाँ लोग जाएं और उन्हें सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग ऑटोमेटिकली मध्य प्रदेश के डेस्टिनेशन में कवर हो जाती है, तो वो बस बैठकर आनंद ले सकते हैं। मध्य प्रदेश में हम अभी प्रमोट कर रहे हैं वेलनेस टूरिज्म को, तो वेलनेस टूरिज्म के लिए आपको ट्रेडिशनली जैसे स्पा और मसाज नहीं करवानी पड़ेगी। मध्य प्रदेश में आप सिर्फ आए, कदम रखते ही वहाँ की हवा में, वहाँ के वातावरण में आपको वेलनेस टूरिज्म मिलेगा। आप महसूस करेंगे कि कहाँ आ गए, एकदम इतनी शांति। हमारे वाटर बॉडीज के पास जो डेस्टिनेशन है आपको वहाँ पे सीरीन कामनेस मिलेगी। तो शायद वो एक्सपीरियंस ही एक वेलनेस एक्सपीरियंस है जो मध्य प्रदेश का यूनिक प्रोडक्ट है। इसके अलावा हेरिटेज में मध्य प्रदेश का कोई मुकाबला नहीं है। इवन मैंने कहीं पढ़ा है कि राजस्थान में जितने गढ़ी पैलेसेस हैं मध्य प्रदेश में उससे कहीं गुना ज्यादा हैं। सो अगर किसी को आर्कियोलॉजी में इंटरेस्ट है तो अभी हमारा 25 से 29 दिसंबर हमारा मांडू फेस्टिवल आने वाला है, तो मैं चाहूंगी कि लोग आएं। और सिर्फ मांडू में ही धार डिस्ट्रिक्ट में हमारे 60 से ज्यादा आर्कियोलॉजिकल साइट्स हैं, तो हम सिर्फ आपको इवेंट नहीं बल्कि वहाँ पर वाटर स्पोर्ट्स, वहाँ पर हेरिटेज वॉक, रन, योगा, शाम को कल्चरल एक्टिविटीज, लोकल कुजीन, आप पूरा आनंद उठा पाएंगे। मध्य प्रदेश में अगर भोपाल की बात करें तो बड़ा तालाब, भोपाल में बड़ा तालाब सभी लोग जानते हैं और वहाँ पे क्रूज हमारे हैं, लोग एंजॉय करते हैं। इसके अलावा जल महोत्सव पिछले कुछ सालों से खंडवा का एक हनुवंतिया टापू है जिसमें हम लोग चला रहे हैं और उसमें रिवर क्रूज के साथ साथ हमने जॉय राइड भी शुरू कर दी, हेलीकॉप्टर जॉय राइड। वो भी कल से शुरू हुई है और अभी 20 जनवरी तक रहेगी। इसके अलावा हमारी और वाटर बॉडीज, गांधी सागर पर हम लोग प्लान कर रहे हैं एक इवेंट का जिसमें वाटर स्पोर्ट्स मेनली रहेंगे। और उसके बाद फिर हम डेफिनेटली धीरे धीरे हमारे तवा मड़ई वहाँ पर भी वाटर क्रूज है, बट उसको और अपग्रेड करने के लिए भी हम प्लानिंग। अलावा एक डेस्टिनेशन से दूसरे डेस्टिनेशन को जहाँ पर रिवर मार्ग है उसको क्रूज के माध्यम से कनेक्ट करने के लिए भी प्रोसेस चल रही है और मुझे लगता है आने वाले कुछ समय में आप उसके बारे में भी गुड न्यूज सुनेंगे। मध्य प्रदेश में माइस भी एक तरह से अनटैप्ड अपॉर्चुनिटी के रूप में उपलब्ध है। मध्य प्रदेश में जो भोपाल है वहाँ पर मिंटो हॉल, जिसका नाम अभी केशु भाई ठाकरे हॉल हो गया है, वो एक अपने आप में हेरिटेज कम मॉडर्न कन्वेंशन सेंटर के रूप में है। और सिर्फ माइस नहीं, मध्य प्रदेश में अगर छतरपुर कन्वेंशन हॉल है, इवन हमारा इंदौर में खजुराहो का कन्वेंशन सेंटर है, इसके अलावा इंदौर में है। और स्पेशली मध्य प्रदेश की खास बात है कि कन्वेंशन सेंटर सिर्फ मीटिंग या आपका कॉन्फ्रेंस के लिए ही नहीं, बल्कि प्री इवेंट और आफ्टर इवेंट जो आपके पास एंजॉय करने की जो गुंजाइश रहेगी कि आप इवेंट के लिए आएँ और उससे पहले वहाँ के डेस्टिनेशन, वहाँ के टूर्स को एंजॉय करें और उसके बाद आप रहें। तो अभी भी वही रिमोट जगह जो बार बार बता रही हूँ कि मध्य प्रदेश की बहुत सारी जगह जो है मास टूरिज्म अभी नहीं आएगा, तो माइस के लिए भी आप एक शांत जगह चुनेंगे और उसके पहले और बाद में अपने पार्टिसिपेंट्स को जो घुमा पाएंगे उसको मेरे ख्याल से वो एक स्पेशल एक्सपीरियंस होगा। खजुराहो में हमारा माइस कन्वेंशन सेंटर है और उसकी खास बात यह है कि खजुराहो अपने आप में एक ऐतिहासिक और हेरिटेज के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है, और इसके साथ ही वहाँ पर पन्ना है, आपका राने वाटरफॉल है। और माइस जब करने आता है तो बिजनेस भी होगा और साथ में लेजर भी, उसको आराम और घूमने को भी मिलेगा। तो मुझे लगता है कि सच अच्छा पैकेज मध्य प्रदेश के अलावा और कहीं नहीं मिल सकता।
So if you adopt the mindset of learning on the go, because digital marketing is like walking in the fog. So when you walk in the fog, visibility is there only for first 5 meters. If you want to see beyond those 5 meters, you have to first walk the first 5 meters. So technology and digital is that kind of space. You start walking, not Johnny Walker walking. But when you start the journey, automatically you will get visibility. Digital marketing does not require any perfect blueprint. You don't have to know everything to start the journey of digital marketing. It is okay not to know everything. It is okay not to be perfect. But you start the journey. But how do you start? So, firstly, you need to have a digital presence. And your website will act like an online brochure. So every business, whether big or small, has to make sure that visibility is there of your business. So you have a decent website which is SEO optimized, and people are able to discover you when they are having a need for travel or tourism. And you are in the business of selling hopes. You are in the business of selling aspiration, and tourism and travel is aspiration. It's aspirational. So discoverability becomes the key. So your business has to be discoverable when people are in the market looking for leisure or business travel. So we need to have a good presence with a good website which is optimized. Now it doesn't stop there. So once you are discoverable, now you need to engage with people to convert them into paid customers. So we need to generate leads. So here you can adopt technology like say chatbots. And we were discussing while we were waiting for the session to begin that how chatbots have become more and more pervasive. So chatbots are used for collecting leads. You need a phone number, you need email ID to follow up, to convert prospects into paid customers. And now it's all goldfish effect. So people don't have patience. Attention span is only 8 seconds. It's decreasing day by day. So how do you catch the attention in the first 7 or 8 seconds? So if you have a chatbot, people are ready to interact. People are happily giving phone numbers, email IDs, collect them, and then nurture those leads. So good thing about digital marketing is that it can lead to entire conversion. It completes the loop. So right from creating visibility to generating leads to converting through email marketing and continuous lead nurturing.
Professor, I just want to interrupt you. Can you tell our audience what is SEO exactly? And we also heard about SMO a lot.
Yes. Yeah, these are, now there are so many jargons in digital marketing that you need a lexicon, a sort of dictionary to keep referring to. So SEO is search engine optimization, and 80% people, they search in Google before they make a purchase decision. So your digital presence, particularly your website, has to be optimized according to the algorithm of the search engine. So that is called as search engine optimization. Because yeah. So competition is huge. How do you beat all the pages and rank in the top of Google is what SEO is.
You know,
people are on social media, they feel very happy. And that is why they are addicted to social media. On an average, people are spending 2 hours per day on Facebook or Instagram. Now, as a marketer, we need to leverage this psychological effect of social media. So how do we leverage this? By continuously maintaining our presence. So when we create an account on Instagram, Facebook, we continuously post at least twice or thrice in a week. So when same message is getting repeated again and again, familiarity will lead to liking, and liking will lead to purchase. So when people see your brand again and again, they start liking. It's like when we hear a song again and again, we start humming that song. We start liking that song. So social media allows you to put your brand in front of people at low cost. And it will allow you to engage. And it will allow you to use influencers.
Thank you. Hemant, you have been in the hospitality marketing for decades. Do you think traditional marketing is fading away? I want to be polite, but it will be there. But it's fading away, and digital marketing is taking a huge space. What do you think that tour operators can leverage the use of technology to upgrade themselves?
So, thank you. I have a question. So, how many of you, firstly, the best part of coming after Professor Gupta is that you've already had a crash course in digital marketing, and I'm sure you all know how to go about it now. So, how many of you agree that digital marketing is the hour of the need, right? Need of the hour? Like almost 100%. How many of you have a website? How many of you visited your website yesterday? So if you have a shop, you'll open it every day, right? And you'll see what is there. You'll put the stuff in order. You clean it. And at least you'll see what is there. So I'm trying to just draw a parallel in how your business is run. Marketing is marketing. Whether it's traditional marketing, what we call as traditional, or digital. Digital is only a means to reach that. The fundamentals of marketing remain the same. And I think where we need to choose is who your audience is. If I'm appealing to a 80-year-old gentleman like my father, if you do digital marketing on him, he won't even read it. He reads the newspaper. So if you have to reach to somebody like him, you need to talk in a language and use a channel that they use. Right? So choose your audience, who you're talking to. Everybody will say, oh, digital, we all know digital is the way forward, and social media, we have to post continuously, etc. But majority of you are sitting here are inbound. Your customers are sitting in Europe or America. Average age of customers who are coming into India are over 70 years of age. Now, still to date, tour operators are producing brochures. We are producing printed brochures, right? That means the clientele there is reading that printing brochure. So, very important to know who your audience you're talking to and what do you want to communicate and what is the channel you need to communicate. I agree that digital is taking a forefront, especially when you appeal to a younger audience. Now there are, whether you use print, whether brochures, newspaper ads, or you use a broadcast like TV commercial or a radio, आज भी मन की बात सुन रहे हो ना, कोई तो सुनता होगा. So there is a market for traditional marketing as channels. You're getting every day, you're getting phone calls, right? Buy a loan, insurance kara lo. So they are using traditional marketing route. Outdoor advertising, we're going and seeing hoardings all over. They haven't turned digital as yet. So again, choose your audience, see what their preference is. But let me give you, there are some flip sides of using this. You can't change the messaging. It's not very dynamic. When you use a traditional marketing tool, it's not very dynamic. So you can't change, you can't be in the flow, you can't interact. It's usually one way of communication, and there is very poor management. Front page ad of Tata Croma will come, but there's a lot of wastage. So even a person who cannot afford it is also reading. In digital, it's the opposite. So it's very focused, it's personalized, you can actually pinpoint, and actually you can measure it. And whatever gets measured these days, you get a more bang for your buck. So that's my point on traditional versus digital.
Thank you, Hemant.